Hi, this is Vertical Gardening. This is part one of our patio project.
Brick patio project. That's right. Okay, hey, before we get going, Rachel wants to show you guys something out there on YouTube, for all our subscribers and everybody. Rachel's going to start braces, and in order to get that going, we have to make a little bit of room in her mouth for new teeth to come in. So Rachel has what's called a spacer. Her mom and dad, her mom and I have to help. We expander, not a spacer, I'm sorry, an expander. So we have to turn a little knob once a day, 2 quarter cranks, and hopefully this is only going to be a week that we have to turn it. The expander is going to be in your mouth for how long?
I don't know.
About 9 months, I think they said. Let's see it. There is the expander for Rachel. All right, let's get back to our patio project here. We are going to start this. It's going to be done in 2 phases over the course of 2 years. Mostly because of that it would be a large project to handle at once, and the other part is because of well, money, to be honest with you. So excuse me, the first thing that we're looking at is over here. I'll show you. There is a cement slab that was, you know, obviously has been there for a long time. It's on the back of my garage where the patio is going to go. I've determined how this pitches. In other words, what it's doing is this is the way that the drain goes, the water. I've got about a 1/4 bubble pitch on a 4-foot level, so I think I'm like 1 inch for 8 feet of run. So that means if it starts over here, down here is 1 inch lower than that up there. So that way the water drains away from the foundation of that building over there, the garage. I want to continue that. Unfortunately, the lawn, the grass, the yard pitches towards the garage. So what I'm going to do to alleviate the stress and the water buildup that would come is I'm going to put in what is called drain tile. So I have to dig down at the end of the cement slab here deep enough to put in 4-inch drain tile with 2 inches of stone underneath it and about 3 inches of stone on top of it to protect it from being crushed. On top of that will go 3 inches of traffic bond or crushed gravel. Crusher run is another thing that they'll call it. It's the substrate. It's a base for my patio. On top of that goes 1 inch of sand. On top of that 1 inch of sand goes my brick pavers. My brick pavers will be approximately 2 inches thick. 2 inches thick. Then you add on for depth. Let's just say I wasn't putting in drain tile for this particular example. I have to be below this point right here. This is the grade I have to match this with. I want my pavers to be even with the top of this right here, this cement slab. So 2 inches down from the top of the cement slab for the thickness of my brick. 1 inch below that for the sand, 3 inches below that for the paver base. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6 inches down that I'd want to be from there, so I can do everything level. In levels, I'm sorry. But for this first 8 inches wide, I'm going to go about 1 foot down, so that way I can get my drain tile in. Then when I get that all installed, the rest of this will all go with the pitch of the grade and just be the thickness down. So I'm going to be 6 inches down everywhere. This year the patio is going to go from the edge of my cement slab to the face of this raised bed. So what I want to do is take a measurement from there to there, from the starting and ending point. And then I also want to measure the length. So in this case, the patio is going to run from that edge of the cement slab past the other edge of the cement slab and into, or butting up against, this particular fence. let's just say for simplicity's sake, the width of that is going to be 3 feet. And let's just say for simplicity, the length of it will be 25 feet. 25 feet times 3 feet, 75 square feet. For 75 square feet, I need 4.5 bricks to make up 1 square foot. So you would take your 75 times your 4.5. I'm going to dig this out a little bit bigger than what it calls for because I have to make up room for being able to get edgers in and everything else like that. I'm going to show you all of that. We're going to do this, like I said, in a multi-step process. We're going to show everything that goes along. This is going to be a little bit of a time-taking process. I mean, I work 40 hours a week. I got a side job going. I got some other stuff going on. So bear with us. If you're trying to get this done, if you're doing a project right now and you're looking to me for help, when I'm already done, you'll be able to get everything in succession. But I hope you're not waiting on us to get this done because it'll be a little bit. One other thing I wanted to really quickly mention, I hope this doesn't upset anybody, but you can see by our videos that we are on profit sharing for YouTube. At first I never thought I would do that, but if it was offered to us by YouTube once, and I kind of figured, oh well, whatever, we'll give it all to Rachel, and she might make 30-40 bucks over the course of the summer or something like that, and she can go out and buy a video game. In all actuality, Rachel's made a significant amount of money from our videos. Most of it's going into the bank for her for the future. At that point, I'd like to see her use some of it for college or maybe a car after high school or something. She's made almost $1,000 already. So I hope that you guys continue to watch us, and you know, I'm not begging for money or anything like that, but the reason that we have profit sharing is for Rachel, and she gets all that money. So rest assured, we're not just, you know, throwing it away or anything like that, being foolish. Right, Rachel?
Yeah.
Your profit sharing money, you've done pretty good. Say thank you to everybody.
Thank you.
All right. So we thank you. We thank you for being subscribers to us. We hope that you'll continue to be a part of our channel. And if there's specific projects or questions you have, please keep those coming. We really like doing this for all you guys. Can you say bye to everybody?
Bye-bye.
See you next time on our second step.
See ya.
Okay, now it's time for the difficult, labor-intensive, whatever. You want to shovel for me and dig all those holes?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Okay, I'm going to get to do that, and Rachel reaps all the benefits. I don't know how that works out, but all right, guys, thank you. All right, so here's a small problem I'm hitting. It's the concrete slab. This one they did the pour, obviously, is going to, you know, have some spots that are sticking out. This is going to bother me here. It sticks out 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches. I don't think it'll pose a huge problem because from the top of the slab to where that is greater than 2 inches, which would be the thickness of my brick. However, trying to dig out for this trench and everything, it's kind of getting in the way. So I'll have to snap it off, and I'll show you the tools to do that with. You can see I've kind of done it here where there's nice clean marks. I've had to snap it off. For that, I just use a 3-pound sledge and a mason's chisel. This is bent on a tip, and then it's flat on the back. I'll just, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory in this particular situation. But it flat up against here, and while wearing safety glasses, I'll tap that all off. Normally I don't put like safety disclaimers because I don't care if you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna do it if I tell you to or not. But with this particular situation, if you want to risk getting a chunk of concrete into your eye and retinal damage or scratching your cornea or losing your vision for the rest of your life, don't wear safety glasses. Otherwise, put them on. It's what, $3, $2 to protect your sight. So make sure you do that. Okay, my trench was all dug out. I've gotten it so that it's all draining down that way at a slope. Underneath it, you can see, is all pebbles. That just happens to be what's called pea gravel. I got it about 4 inches deep, and I've laid my drain tile in. I've connected a couple pieces. I'm going to put a cap on one end. This is perforated drain tile, so that means you can see these holes in it. What that's going to do is allow water to go into it. And I bought a cap. They didn't have perforated caps, so I drilled a whole bunch of holes into it. The cap is just going to snap onto the end. So they kind of snap on. Well, there, you can hear it snapping. It's on. So the cap goes on. This white stuff happens to be frost cloth, because that's what I had. Otherwise, you'd have to pay extra money for stuff with a sock on it. I think I paid for $5.14 or something per piece of this drain tile, 4-inch drain tile. If I would have added a sock onto it or bought a sock separately, the socks are like $5. This is good enough. So I'm just going to wrap this over top of it and then put stone on top of that for about another 4 inches. Then backfill it a little bit. I'll show you that in a minute. Oh, here. All my extra fill, all this dirt here, I want to get rid of because I won't need it and it's going to be in the way. So I actually put an ad on Craigslist, free fill. You could use free cycle, whatever. Gotten a couple calls. There's a guy on his way right now to pick this up. So with any luck, next video you see, most of this dirt will be gone. Okay, so took out some more of the sod, just about all of it's out. I got the drain tile in and covered with most of the stone. It's going to be covered about 4 inches over the top of the drain tile. So obviously I have to get a little more. But I wrapped it all in this frost cloth stuff to keep dirt and everything out of there. There's caps on either end, like I said earlier. I've determined the final grade, which is actually over there. That's 7 inches below the surface of this. Most of that dirt all of that dirt got picked up by that guy from Craigslist I was talking about. I've added a little more. That's from stuff that was over there. You can even see some of the TB left over from my last brick job, showing you that that is the way we'll do it again. And then, just because I wanted to get it out of the ground, I harvested my garlic. So that's about 178 heads of garlic. See you in a minute.